Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Not only do I have this baker's cyst behind my knee, but I also feel like I'm getting another cold. Over the weekend, my nephews and my niece were over, and my nephew Ezzy, he was really sick, so he was holding on to me, and he was just being all lovey, and he coughed like right in my mouth and right in my eyeball. So I think I might be coming down with a little bit of a cold again. Anyway, this video is different from my other videos because I'm not talking shit on a YouTuber, which is unusual for me. And, it's essentially going to be a little, the more you know about Kratom. Recently there was a story that has been going around saying that people have been getting sick across 20 different states from salmonella poisoning from Kratom. This story is complete bullshit, and anybody that uses Kratom or knows about Kratom would tell you it's bullshit. First of all, the article, there's no specifics. It doesn't say anything about the strain, the distributor, nothing. So apparently what happened was that a few people across different states that they don't even mention were sick with like a stomach flu type of symptoms, which is going around currently. And it wasn't until these people voluntarily told these doctors that they had taken Kratom that magically they said, well, it's salmonella poisoning. They didn't say that these people got it from the same distributor. They didn't mention a strain. Is it red vein Bali? Is it a white vein? Is it super green? Nothing. No information. And what a coincidence it would be if in all these states, everybody had the same strain from the same person and nobody tested it. It wasn't tested for salmonella poisoning. Like, this is just complete fucking bullshit. It just kills me. It kills me. And for a few reasons. I have a friend that was addicted to painkillers for about 6 years. After he started going to a clinic and got on Suboxone, he ended up addicted to the Suboxone for quite a few years. It wasn't until his insurance wasn't going to pay for the Suboxone anymore that he felt like he was in trouble. I was addicted to painkillers for a couple of years, and my husband has had like some of the same issues, you know, with like pills and stuff. Not really as bad as me, and I wasn't as bad as my friend. I was legally prescribed the pills. It's just that I would take them when I didn't really need them because emotionally I was going through some shit. You know, that's usually what causes it. So anyway, it wasn't until a friend of mine, Lori, love you girl, mentioned Kratom and posted a video of a woman suffering with Crohn's disease and how much Kratom has helped her, that my husband and I decided to give it a shot, and then we told my friend about it. All of us have been clean from everything else. And I'm talking like we don't even really drink, you know. Different strains help with different things. I have horrible anxiety. I'm on Klonopin and Zoloft. I'm starting to really hate the fucking Zoloft though. But I can take a particular strain, usually red vein Bali, that helps with my anxiety. So I'm not taking benzos and I'm not using narcotics anymore. Even when I went to urgent care yesterday about this baker's cyst, which is like a little bit bigger than a golf ball, and it's right behind my knee. I have a thing called patella alta, which is basically I was born with my kneecaps too high. So I'm already not connecting those joints properly whenever I walk. So I do have terrible knee pain quite often. But now that I have this cyst, I'm like, you know, which is joint related. My leg will get swollen. I got to take it easy. And she legitimately asked me what kind of pain medication I wanted. And I was like, no, you know, I don't need anything for the pain. One, it doesn't hurt bad enough where I feel like I need like that kind of level of pain medication. But I know that I have Kratom at home if it gets too bad, because some of the strains can act as sort of a muscle relaxer for me. And the FDA and the CDC, this is just all bullshit. I cannot tell you how many people I personally know that have gotten clean and sober from things using Kratom. And they're not addicted to Kratom either. Instead of taking upwards of 20 pain pills a day, they're taking maybe 2 to 4 teaspoons of Kratom a day. Depending on if they were getting off, you know, like right when I stopped taking the pain pills, I used to use Kratom maybe like 4 times a day, in small amounts, but because whenever I was going through like a withdrawal, that's when I would take it. And I can't believe how much it has helped me and a lot of people that I know. And I think it's really fucking sad that we're being fed this bullshit about Kratom that is not fucking true at all. And it's only for the sole purpose of it being illegal so that we continue to be sick and take their fucking legal drugs that make us fucking sick. It's absolutely ridiculous. I have no side effects from Kratom whatsoever. I mean, sometimes my mouth gets a little dry, but I'm not constipated like I was when I was taking pain pills. I'm not having these craving for pills. You know, I'm able to actually feel my emotions and deal with things. And I can take some Kratom before I go to bed at night if I'm having an anxiety attack because I don't want to take a fucking benzo, you know? Those are things that I would end up possibly being addicted to, you know? And there was another article that was released saying that Kratom was linked to over 15 deaths. No, it wasn't. These were people that mostly had died from heroin overdoses. And the article said it aided in the death. You can't say that. You can't just put something out there that isn't fucking true. And more and more often, we're seeing all of these bullshit articles with no specifics, no actual testing, no research, no fucking proof that any of this is real. Because when you die from a heroin overdose and they say, oh, well, they also had Kratom in their system, they were probably using the Kratom until they got the heroin. That doesn't mean it also caused them to die. That means they died from a heroin overdose. They happen to have Kratom in them. And as far as that police officer that they said died from this crazy lung thing, no. The only way that that was Kratom related is if he inhaled a shit ton of Kratom. And it just boils my fucking blood that there's something as an alternative out there, and it's really helping a lot of people. You know, search hashtag Kratom community, go on to Reddit, read these stories. I'm not sure if there's a lot of videos on YouTube about it. I have no idea. But it's sad, because if this becomes illegal, which I know it's going to at some point, I'm not sure what the state of my sobriety will end up being. I'm not sure if I'll take Klonopin more often for anxiety. I'm not sure if I'll go back to Tramadol or Norco because of my knees and having this cyst now, you know. I just don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen to somebody that was addicted hardcore to painkillers and then Suboxone over a span of 10 years and doesn't even fuck with them, even when he got all of his teeth pulled out of his head. 10 teeth. So I guess that wasn't all his teeth, but he got 10 teeth pulled, my friend. 10 teeth pulled and did not even get any pain medication when they got infected. I mean, this helps so many people with various illnesses, like I had mentioned, Crohn's disease. I have a history of gastritis. I have ovarian cysts. That helps with that pain, you know, and I just need you guys to not believe all of the fucking propaganda out there against Kratom. And I know this might be a silly video to some people, or some people are like, all drugs are bad or whatever. It's just, you have to understand how serious drug addiction is in this country and how serious Kratom is in aiding people to be able to get off of these drugs that are legitimately killing them. There are places you can go to sign petitions and you know, try to keep Kratom legalized. I don't think it's going to help. I think that sometime within the next year, maybe, it will it'll be illegal, because anything that'll help you that the FDA, and the pharmaceutical companies aren't making fucking coin from, they want to get rid of. They want you fucking sick and they want you addicted. They don't give a shit about this huge crisis of pain pill addiction. They're loving it. People are getting prescriptions and they're selling them and they're getting addicted and they're getting sick and then they need other shit. Then they got to go to rehab. It's all fucking money based. And it's ridiculous, and I'm really just pissed off. I just urge you guys, don't believe this bullshit. Read up about Kratom. Just Google Kratom success stories, or, Kratom helped me, and you will see the thousands and thousands of people that have used this alternative rather than being stuck in an existence where you cannot fully function as a human being without a fucking prescription pain pill. That is a bad fucking life, let me tell you. I would even snag a few of my grandmother's pain pills, and she was everything to me, my best friend. I mean, addiction is so serious, so serious. And you do change, I mean, I never, aside from snagging some pills from her, I never stole things, but I used money from my paychecks to buy some if my prescription ran out, and I would legitimately be in pain and get a prescription, and then when I felt better, I would take them still, because I didn't have to think of the bullshit. The rehabilitation centers in this country are fucking bullshit. Nobody wants you to get better. They don't. They want you to be sick. We're not living in a country, being the United States, that gives a fuck about our people whatsoever. We are not Prague. We are not a place that decriminalizes drugs. And when people are caught with them, they go to a rehab that's paid for, and they help you get a job. They help you get educated. They help you by moving you out of that environment so that you can get better. The rat paradise experiment, that's what it is. You put a rat in a cage all alone, 2 bottles, one with water, one that has water with morphine in it. Nothing in the cage but this lonely rat. The rat, 90% of the time, drinks the morphine-laced water. You take that rat, you put him in a different cage with a bunch of other rats, same 2 bottles, one with morphine, one with just water, and you get spinny wheels, you get toys in there and everything. You take that out of take the rat out of that environment and put it in a better one. It will never fucking drink the morphine-laced water. That is the point. That if you take somebody out of that environment and you teach them, you educate them, you help them, that they have a better success rate of not going back to those drugs. And the fact that we can't do something like this here, where it is such a crisis and an epidemic that even Donald Trump has mentioned, and he's a fucking moron. Nobody's actually doing anything about it. They just talk about it. They talk about it. And then they want to make something like Kratom illegal. But it's okay that everything else is available, And it's just really sad. It helped aid in my sobriety. And maybe some people will say if you take Kratom, then you're not technically sober. Well, all it does is make me feel less anxious. I don't feel high. I don't feel, not myself. It's just something that it'll calm me down, just like a fucking Klonopin would. Only I'm not going to have the side effects, because whenever I first started taking the Klonopin, before I was taking the Kratom, I craved the Klonopin. I was supposed to take 1 a day. I would take 2 to 3 a day because it relaxed me and my anxiety was that bad. And I'm not taking them as often, and I could give a fuck about them. And this is just my personal testimony to how amazing it is and how it has helped me in my life. I was getting fatter, I was getting lonelier, I was getting more depressed, more anxious, and I woke up with taking pills right away, or with the thought of, how am I going to get some fucking pain pills today if I didn't already have them? And now I don't think about that fucking bullshit. It's not even in my brain. And when I'm offered them because I have a legit reason, I'm like, no, I don't need them, you know? And from somebody that was addicted to them, normally I would have jumped at that shit. Oh, yes, I'm in so much pain, you know? But no, it's not, you know, it doesn't feel fucking good to have a cyst on the back of your knee, but, you know, it's not that bad. And so anyway, I'm sorry, this is very ranty. It's just that I'm getting upset seeing all of this bullshit out there. Now, this is legitimate fucking fake news. And I've never said that word in a serious way because it's ridiculous. But this is actual fake news. And I urge you guys, if there's a petition out there, if there's something that we can all do to try to stick together to get this shit not banned because it helps people. I mean, if there's enough of us, maybe there's something that we can do. I don't know. But, thank you for watching, and if you are a Kratom user, comment down below. Tell me your story, you know, or share this around, you know, because people should fucking know about this and the situation that's going on and the fucking propaganda out there. And so, tomorrow's gonna be a Kendall Ray video for those of you that watch me for me talking shit on YouTubers. It's gonna be glorious. So I will see you guys in a video tomorrow. I love ya. Hugs.